Hello and welcome to Camsol TV and this week's Tech Talk. Again, we've had more questions emailed in for Chris, who is going to try his best to answer them for you. Hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to Christopher.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. Great. I've got another T-shirt for you.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
a new buzzing T-shirt.
Yeah, another product of Temu. Everybody knows Temu, don't they?
Yeah.
This one is actually very true. You wouldn't believe how many calls we get with this problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe it actually.
Right. So what have we got today then, Tracy?
Right. Well, first one. I spilled wine on my laptop keyboard and now it won't work. Now, don't spill your wine.
No.
Get it in your mouth.
That's it. That's the thing. Don't spill your wine. Okay. Yes. If you do spill any liquid on a laptop, particularly the keyboard, it's going to get inside and poof. Now, it may not be disaster. If it was powered up at the time,
Yeah.
then possibly it was a disaster. If it wasn't powered up, then you're going to be okay. Don't power it up. Just leave it off. What you need to do then, get it to a tech shop, say I've spilled liquid on it, they can open it up, dry it out, and it'll be fine. The problem comes when you've powered it up, or it was powered up when you spilt liquid on it. If it's shorted components together, which can happen with liquid, it could be terminal for your laptop. The good news about that, if it is terminal, and it means a new laptop, your data is going to be safe because it won't have affected your very unlikely it's affected your hard drive.
Yeah.
That will still be there intact with all your stuff. So, I mean, if you're a little bit okay with doing your own like tech stuff like that, and you've got a laptop which has been affected by a liquid, obviously keep it powered off, get that battery out, don't let that battery stay in there, get the battery out, just take the covers off. I wouldn't unless you know what you're doing, don't attempt this because it can be a nightmare, but get the covers off and just leave it to dry. Put some rice around it. Rice is a great thing for drying out phones. I don't know if you've ever had that. I've dropped your phone down the toilet. It's not a waterproof one. Power it off straight away. Stick it in a bag of rice and just leave it somewhere warm for a while. And very often, come back. The rice absorbs all the water out and it comes back.
Bit harder to get a laptop in rice than
you need a big bag for a laptop. Yeah. But what you can do with a laptop is you can take it apart. You can get these little bags of what's called silica gel.
Yeah, which you get in a lot of boxes
you get in a lot
with
of
new
boxes
stuff.
and things, you just pack those around it and just leave it somewhere warm to evaporate. And
Open.
Open, But take the covers off so all the components are visible.
Right.
That's where you've got to know what you're doing to do that.
I was going to say nothing's going to ping.
No.
Bits are going to ping out anywhere.
I mean, that's what the tech shop will do. They'll take it apart so it's all open, and they'll pack various absorbing materials around it and dry it out. And then once it's dry, press the button, see what happens.
I suppose it depends on how much wine you've spilt on it.
Yeah, it depends on the particular wine as well. Some are worse than others.
Don't miss your mouth. That's the moral of that story.
Red wine's worse than white wine.
Really?
Absolutely.
Thought red wine was better for you.
It's better for you, not for laptops. Yeah, laptops prefer white wine.
Right. Right.
Yes, I think that's really all we can say on that. So if you do spill liquid on your laptop, shut it off, pull the battery, pull the power cord out, take it to your tech shop, say, I've just spilled liquid on it, can you see if you can save it? And
perfect. Thank you very much for that. Hope that helps. Moving on with, I have received an email asking me to accept a large amount of money that apparently I am entitled to. Oh,
yes. I've had a few of these. Now, obviously they're scams. I mean, not obviously to everybody. This is the problem. You'll get one of these emails. They're very clever. Normally they originate from Nigeria. They're the experts at this. Again, going back a couple of shows, it's all about this data that's been sold about you. these scammers will buy this data and say, right, okay, we've got an email address. Sometimes you could even have a property address, a personal address. Stuff that people have put onto websites, entered, they can have this information, and they can have enough to compile an email to say, yes, you're entitled to this long lost cousin, something has died and there's 10 million euros in the bank account. Only you can retrieve it, blah, blah, blah. Sounds very convincing. So, what can I lose? That's the answer. Is okay, yeah, what do you want me to do? Right. Now, the first thing they'll ask you to do is to pay them some money, because they need a certain amount of solicitor work to be done to transfer the money to you. That's the red flag. As soon as you ask for money, forget it. You know it's a scam.
Yeah.
Something like that. You wouldn't be asked for money if ever it was true. And you'd be contacted by a solicitor, a real solicitor. So I do actually know somebody, used to live on Campbell. They got this and they fell for it, unfortunately.
Really?
And they paid £20,000 to this person in the belief they were going to get something like £5 million back. They even went to the airport to meet the guy, passed the money over, signed some papers. Yeah. Of course, that's the last you saw of her money.
So, no. So when you need the security footage from airports to see who that person was who took the 20 grand.
This was going back a long bit, and I think she was so embarrassed about it, she never really told anybody in authority what she'd done. But yeah, it happens. And they fire out, these emails, they fire out thousands at a time to everybody. 90% of people think, yeah, right. Just takes one to think, ooh, okay, I'll answer that. And then they got their money.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money. Pure numbers.
Sad.
Oh, it's terrible. And they're getting cleverer and cleverer by the day, these scammers. We've all heard of the phone call you get from Microsoft saying we've detected that there is a virus on your PC. You may have actually had this phone call. I know people on campus have had it. You get a phone call from Microsoft saying, we've detected a virus on your PC. We'd like to sort it out for you. And they go, oh, okay. That's very nice of you. As if Microsoft didn't think free for anybody. But hey, they then ask them to connect, let them remote into their PC using a little bit of software that allows them to take control of their PC. It's called a remote desktop software. They use there's loads of them out there. Yeah, designed for proper remote support of people's PCs, but these guys use it for the wrong reason. And what they do is they're telling them, right, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they're watching on the PC what they're doing. What they don't realise is when they say, we're just going to install this file here, and when they install this file, everything is then sent back to the scammer. Bank account, this, that. They got everything. They got all your information. That's it. You've lost everything. Within minutes, they're in your bank account, emptying it. Credit cards. Yeah, it's not good. They're getting very clever. They're very convincing. My rule of thumb, first of all, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, almost every time. And you get nothing for free. There's always a payout somehow. So watch that. And you will never, ever be asked for personal information from an official financial institution like a bank, credit card. They will never email you or call you for personal information. That's just not done. And you have to go into the bank and give it privately.
Yeah.
They would never do that.
So you need to, one, be careful of the scammers, and two, be careful of what you put on the internet. I've seen people put their NIEs and their passports on Facebook.
That's just ridiculous.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So
people have a field day today on that one.
Yep.
There was a guy actually I was in the Chino today on Campsol, rummaging around for something or other.
A Hawaiian shirt.
This guy, funny you should say that. I ran out of those. Yeah, I was walking around. This guy walks up to me with a clipboard and wants me to sign. If anybody comes up to you asking you to put your NIE number and a name on a bit of paper, tell them no. It's not legal for a start, and nobody's allowed to do that.
It is illegal.
Yeah. And they're just gathering information. They got your name and your NIE number. Imagine, very useful to the wrong people.
Oh, they say they're deaf and
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
stuff like that. Absolute rubbish.
They're not deaf when I tell them to do one. They're not deaf.
No,
They
no.
know exactly what
No.
I'm saying. I have been abused by them because I just go up to them and say no.
No.
But they also come to your house as well. They
They
also
do. They walk round, they ring on your doorbell.
Yeah,
Want you
no,
to say, for the
absolutely
orphans
not.
in Cartagena, all this stuff. It's rubbish. They're not allowed to do that. You're
They
not allowed.
They cannot do it legally. It
No.
is totally illegal. Never, ever give them money.
No, never. No.
Right, moving on. With the next question from the viewers, all of a sudden I am getting loads of emails from people I do not know, often offering me offers.
Oh, right. Okay. There's a definite theme to this week's programme.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, this one, emails, it's called spam. When you get what's called unsolicited email, it's, in other words, emails that you're not expecting, you haven't asked somebody to reply to you. It's like junk mail you used to get through the letterbox. It's the electronic version of it. Now, okay, you start getting a load of it all of a sudden. The reason is your email address has been sold. Now, when your email address has been sold to people that do this, junk people, they might send a couple of emails just as a tester. If you reply to one, beware. Because once you reply, that email address, remember they're dealing with millions of emails. You're not a person to them, you're just a digit on their list. If your email address gets a reply, that's active, that's alive. Okay, then that goes to the top of the list. This is a target. And it is just, it's marketing in a very horrible way, like the old junk mail. Now, unfortunately, if you've become a target of junk mail, you could find you get no junk mail for years and years and years, and all of a sudden, your inbox, every time you look in, there's just piles of rubbish from Chinese people offering you this, that, and various extensions for this and that, and God knows what. Now, I did get a bit paranoid at some point, but anyway, once you're a victim of this, there's no real way of stopping it. You can use what's called junk filters. If your email service has filters on it, you've basically got to teach it which is junk. So every time, like I use a thing called Thunderbird for my email. Any of you Linux guys will know what that is. And every time an email comes in, you can flag it as junk.
Yeah.
Just a junk. And then the email program knows that email address that it's come from is a junk email. And any more that come from that email address just instantly gets binned, you don't even see them. But that takes a little while to train your email program, and they're firing so much of this stuff out, it's hard to keep up with it sometimes. If it's become a real problem for you, then I suggest you just get another email. That's the easiest way. Now,
but then you've got to change everything.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to close the old one.
Oh, right.
You can keep the old one open, and then gradually things that rely on that old email address, you can change over, that kind of thing. What I suggest you do, if you're just starting out on email or that, I suggest you get 2 email addresses. One that you want to use genuinely, like tracy@campcelltv.es, yeah? And then one that you give out to websites that could sell you information, like tracy.e@gmail.com, something like that. And then that's the email address you use for website registrations and that kind of thing. Anywhere where your info could get sold, use that email address. And your personal address for your private stuff, you only use for proper correspondence with people.
I think that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I don't even check my emails because I get
just so much crap. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I don't recognise the phone number, I don't answer it either.
No, I'm the same. Yeah, so that's the easiest thing to do. So you have this second email, which you can access, because if you register on a website, you've obviously got to access that email to verify and that kind of stuff. But you can forget about all the junk, because all the junk will go there. It won't go to your personal email. Your friends aren't going to sell your email address, so you're pretty much going to be junk free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would suggest on that. So if you are a victim of junk mail and it's a real problem, there's no real stopping it, open up a new email address. Keep that one as your junk mail email address. So keep using that for registering on websites and things, but use a new one for your private stuff.
Perfect. That's what I'll be doing when I get one then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Chris.
Oh, you're welcome.
I hope we haven't scared you too much, but I hope that we've made you a little bit more security conscious with the questions that we've had this week. Thank you very much for joining us on this week's Tech Show, and I hope you'll come back next week and send some more emails with questions for us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Tracy. I'll have another T-shirt for you next week.
Oh, yeah. Bye.